Okay, so in this video, we are going to create a new structural wall type by modifying an existing structural wall type. Okay, so we're going to create an exterior and interior structural wall. All right, so let's do this. So from the structure tab, so I'm going to select here the wall structural. So I'm going to click this. And then after that, here on my properties, I'm going to modify my exterior 250 millimeters concrete. Okay, so I'll be using this to create a new exterior wall type. Okay, so after I select that one, so I'm going to select here edit type. So let's click edit type. And then see there's a preview here already. So you can show that by clicking preview here. You can click that. So you can see the preview. You can see that in a section view. Okay, you can also see that on the floor plan view. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to duplicate this, and then I want to create a new exterior concrete like 300 millimeters. So I'm going to type there 300 millimeters concrete. All right, and then after that I'll just select here okay. All right, so as you can see here, the width is still 250. So to modify that, just go to the edit, click that, and then here, so I can change the thickness to 300. Okay, and then for the material, so I'm gonna change the material here to concrete. So I'll select that, and then I'll select here concrete. All right, so I also want you to take note on the graphics tab here, wherein you can modify the foreground, the background of the surface pattern, and also the cut pattern. So if you create a section, so this will gonna be the pattern, okay, and then the color as well. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select here okay, right, and then I'm going to select here okay again. Okay, so here on the coarse scale fill pattern, so instead of diagonal cross hatch, so I'm going to edit that. So I'm going to select this ellipsis button. Okay, and then I'm going to change that to concrete. Okay, so let's select concrete and then okay. Right, so it's now concrete. So select okay, and that's it. So I just created now my exterior 300 millimeters concrete. So I'll just create that one here. So that one, okay, and then I'll select here modify. Now what I want to do is I want to create another one. Okay, so from my structure, I'm gonna select the wall tool again. Okay, so as you can see, it's now added here the 300 millimeters. Okay, so that's the standard way of creating your basic wall. Okay, so now I'm going to use this one to create another type. So I'm going to select edit type, and then I'm going to select here duplicate again. I don't want to modify the original. So this will gonna be concrete masonry unit, CMU. Okay, and then I want this to be 190 millimeters, and then this one is for interior. Okay, so interior and then okay. All right, and then I want to change the coarse scale fill pattern. So instead of concrete, I'll change that to diagonal cross hatch. Okay, so I select that, and then I select here okay. And then I want to edit this one because as you can see, it says 300 millimeters. So let's go to edit, change this to 190. Okay, so 190, and then let's change the material here. So let's click that button, and then let's look for masonry unit. So let's type here on the search bar masonry. Okay, so let's look for this one, masonry, concrete masonry units, or CMU. So I select that one. And then as you can see here, the foreground pattern is now diagonal crosshatch. So I select here okay, and then I'll select okay, and then that's it. So we just created two types of wall. So one interior and one exterior. So if I'm going to cut this or create a section. So let's see how it looks like. Oops. Let me delete that one and then create a new one. Section. All right. And then after that, let's double click this. So there you go. So I just created my wall. So this one, so I select this and then I edit the type. I'll change the course scale fill pattern because as you can see, it shows here concrete, right? Because of these settings here, the concrete. So I'll change that to diagonal crosshatch. Okay. Right, and then I'll just select here okay. And there you go. All right, so basically that's how you create a new structural wall type. All right, so thank you for watching. Have a nice day.